The Hilton Tokyo Bay is the perfect base for your Disney adventures in Tokyo. Be sure to check out my Tokyo Disney Sea vlog linked below if you're interested. This hotel location is great if you're going to any of the Disney parks in Tokyo. It's a quick monorail ride away or a 30-minute walk away from the parks. The monorail station is located just across the street from the hotel, and there's even a shuttle bus. The monorail ride itself is about 8 minutes, which is super convenient, especially after a long day at the park. However, I would only recommend staying here if you're going to Disney. If you're planning on visiting the city, this is a bit out of the way and doesn't really make sense to stay here. I would suggest staying here for your Disney days and then changing hotels to one in Tokyo proper. It's also really easy to get to from the airport. You can just take the airport limo bus directly from the airport, which, contrary to the name, is just a regular coach bus and not a limo. You can buy your ticket at the kiosk at the airport, as there are buses running frequently. I wouldn't recommend pre-booking your ticket just in case you have any flight or baggage delays. The only negative is that it's the last stop on the bus, so the bus ride could take a while depending on how many stops it makes for everyone else. This is the King Celebrio Ocean View Room, which is supposed to have a retro futuristic style. It gives me some astronaut space vibes, and given that the hotel was built in 1988 and last renovated in 2003, the retro futuristic vibe kinda still works in this era. The Hilton Tokyo Bay is categorized as a Hilton resort, so if you have a Hilton Aspire card, the room booking counts under the annual $400 Hilton Resort credit. Any meals eaten at the Hilton property restaurants also count under the resort credit as long as you charge it to your room. If you travel at least twice a year, I would highly recommend getting the Hilton Aspire card. It's one of the best travel credit cards out there with great benefits. You get an amazing welcome bonus of points, which can be used to book several nights at any Hilton branded hotel. You also get an annual free night reward every year, which you can redeem at any Hilton branded hotel with no cap on the price as long as a standard room is available. So that includes the Waldorf Astoria, LXR hotels, the Conrad, and more. You also get $400 back every year on purchases made at Hilton resorts. You also get $200 back every year in flight credits. You also get Hilton Diamond status, which includes complimentary breakfast for two, room upgrades, and access into Hilton lounges, which have free food and drinks. There's an annual fee of $550, which may seem like a lot, but if you look at all the benefits, you're actually coming out on top and you can get back over $600 and an annual free hotel night at any fancy hotel. So according to Girl Math, you're actually making money with this credit card. Be sure to use my referral link below to apply for the card and you'll get an upgraded welcome bonus of points. It would really help to support the channel. Now back to the room tour. There's a safe and extra pillows and linens in the closet, as well as 2 pairs of indoor slippers and 2 pairs of outdoor slippers, which I think are meant to be worn within the hotel, so if you're going to breakfast or the pool. There's not that much storage space, as I just had 1 suitcase and it already took up most of the closet. In the washroom, there are Crabtree and Evelyn bath products, and you can request other complimentary products such as the skincare set or a body scrub towel by scanning the QR code found under the TV. Otherwise, the room already includes the standard toiletries such as toothbrushes. The shower is basic and the height is adjustable, but it didn't really stay up and I found it a bit short even though I'm only 5'4". The room itself is actually bigger than I expected for a typical hotel in Japan. There's tons of space in the room as well as counter space. One thing that I found odd was that they didn't provide any bottled water and instead they had a filtered water station. In my experience at other hotels in Tokyo, whether it was a Hilton or not, complimentary bottled water was usually provided. There is also only green tea and instant coffee provided here. I feel like usually there's a selection of different types of teas and a coffee machine like an espresso. I don't know, maybe I'm used to being spoiled. Overall, it's a standard no-frills hotel room that could use with some updates and renovations. The room is a bit outdated, but I do like how the rooms have themes and some rooms have bunk beds, which is great for families. I got this welcome card and a box of chocolates as my welcome gift for being a Hilton member. And here's the beautiful view from the room at night. The hotel has several on-site restaurants. On the first night, I had dinner at Ascendo and got a beef sirloin steak. It was really good, super juicy, flavorful, and tender, but I found the portion size to be a bit small for 5,500 yen. I really appreciated how there's a separate priority line for Hilton Honors members, although there was no queue anytime I went to a restaurant. There was also a separate priority line for Hilton members at check-in, which did come in handy. On my second night, I had dinner at the Chinese restaurant called Dynasty. I got the Chinese set dinner, which included 7 courses. The first course was assorted seasonal appetizers in Japanese kaiseki style, which was okay, but nothing really stood out for me. The second course was a deep-fried mackerel with tempura vegetables. The mackerel was a bit overcooked. The third course was a steamed lobster, which was good and cooked well, but a bit too garlicky for my liking. For the fourth course, it was a beef sirloin, which was super tender and tasty, but a bit small in the portion size. The 5th course was a steamed soup, abalone, and monkfish, which was super tasty and heartwarming and not fishy. The 6th course was a lobster fried rice, which tasted a bit plain and didn't really have any pieces of lobster or much lobster taste. The last course was the dessert, which was a strawberry almond jelly with bird's nest. Very light and sweet, but not too sweet, which is the ultimate compliment for an Asian dessert. Yum! This was my favorite since I love strawberries, and it was strawberry season when I went, so they were delicious. Fun fact, strawberry season in Japan is typically January to May. I found the food prices to be a bit more expensive than typical Japanese restaurants, but I guess we're paying a premium staying at a Disney hotel and at a Hilton. However, Gold and Diamond Hilton members get 25% off at the on-site restaurants, which kind of makes up for it being overpriced. In terms of breakfast, there are 3 restaurants to choose from: The Square, Lounge O, and the Executive Lounge. They're all buffet style with generally the same food. There's a variety of Western and Japanese style breakfast dishes. The Square and Lounge O have the exact same offerings with plenty to choose from. Plenty of fresh fruit, which is great for a vacation. It's cafeteria style where you pick up the tray and utensils first, and look how cute the kids' plates are. One key feature that I really love is that there is an omelet station where they make your omelet fresh to order. The Executive Lounge is only available for Hilton, Gold, and Diamond members. The food at the Executive Lounge is generally the same, but there's less selection here, probably only about 20% of what you can find in the buffet and no fresh omelets. There's also cocktail hour from 5 to 7 p.m., but I was at the park all day, so I didn't get a chance to go. There weren't that many people when I went, but I've heard that it can get overcrowded. One thing to note is that there's better coffee at the Executive Lounge. They did have a real espresso machine here, so I got an iced coffee. It's probably a better option to come here just for coffee at any other time during the day, after breakfast at the buffet. Pro tip, try to get to the restaurant early because everyone else is on the same schedule trying to get to the parks by 8 a.m. When you're booking your room, you may notice that there's an option to add breakfast. If you have Diamond status, then breakfast for 2 is automatically included, so you can book any regular room rate and you would have access to the complimentary breakfast as well as the Executive Lounge. If you don't have Diamond status, I think it's definitely worth it to add the breakfast option considering that it's a full buffet and you'll realistically want to eat before heading out to the parks. In terms of amenities, there's an indoor pool and an outdoor pool. The indoor pool is open year-round and is the standard 25-meter pool length. The indoor pool is free for Gold and Diamond members, otherwise there's a fee for Silver members and non-Hilton members, which I did find a bit odd that there is a charge. Another thing that I found interesting was that they had workout clothes and shoes that you could rent, which I don't think I've seen that elsewhere. There's also a small fitness center with a squat rack, a decent amount of cardio machines, some weights, and even a squash court. And of course there's a spa as well. There are a bunch of shops in the hotel as well as some quicker food options like this coffee shop which serves everything from cappuccinos to craft beer to gelato. There's also a gift shop located on the property, so if you wanted to purchase some souvenirs or Mickey ears, that's super convenient. And they're actually quite affordable compared to the US. There are 2 Lawson's convenience stores located on the property, one of which is open 24/7, which is really nice, especially if you want to grab a quick snack after a long day at the park. Overall, if you're planning on visiting Disney in Tokyo, this is a good hotel option that's very family friendly. The rooms were due for an upgrade, but it was clean, spacious, and the beds were pretty comfortable. It's a great location and it serves its purpose being a base if you're headed to Disney. But definitely head into Tokyo proper after your Disney days. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more travel content. Leave a comment below and let me know if you would stay here. See you next time. Bye!